cure PTSD. Cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go. Every block, every hood, every city. Be the black superhero.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we wrap up Week 3 with a good Monday nighter here between the Atlanta Falcons and the Indianapolis Colts. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They give to Taylor out of the gun. They get 13 yards. Enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
A gain of 14 brings up 2nd and 1.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
A gain of 3, second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Mayfield down. They're going right back to Pittman. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own.
To begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
This is intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Rodgers to return it. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10, Taylor now. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 96 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Second down and goal. Mayfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robert Tonyan. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. 2nd and 14. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 109 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. Yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Mayfield to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 15. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Bo Melton. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they're back with it, a touchdown at 21-14. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Mayfield. Got a man, it's Tunyon. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. That going to be caught downfield by Miller. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled it in.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second and 5 from the 8. A run between the tackles with Breida. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matt Breida. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Six yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 73 yards. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back to throw now on first down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think, at any moment, I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third and long for Mayfield. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and and through the air. And the Falcons have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Falcons are right back in this football game. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
149 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. They run once more with Taylor. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this one is right through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Looking for Campbell downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 82 yards. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. They'll let Taylor try and run. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
Taken at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Able to find Melton, and they will get the conversion on 4th down to stay alive, but time not an ally.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
One last shot at the end zone.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Colts, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best,